Most founders get customer development wrong. They ask the wrong questions to the wrong people and they end up getting garbage data, which is even worse than no data. They think they've learned something, but instead, they just confirm their own biases. In the next 5 minutes, I'll teach you the 5 pillars of how to make sure each customer development interview helps you learn and get your startup on the right path. The first mistake founders make is pretty crucial. They talk to the wrong people.
Who the hell are you?
If someone is not and would never be part of your target market, their insights aren't worth much, even if their profile seems impressive in other ways. So if you're selling an app for diabetics to manage their blood sugar, a conversation with a sales director at Google won't help you with customer development, unless they themselves have diabetes or are close to someone who does. Which, actually, considering all the sweets in those office snack cupboards, is not that unlikely. If you figure out the person you're talking to is not in your target market, just pivot to a different conversation and mark that one off as not a customer development interview. The second mistake founders make is they talk about their idea. This is bad because it makes the interview about you and your ego, instead of being about the customer and their life. You might well walk out feeling good about yourself and your idea, but that's because you've basically asked the other person to soothe your ego by telling you what a genius you are. Good customer development interviews rarely involve any pitching, and the best ones don't even mention your idea at all. Instead of talking about your idea, talk about their life. Find out how they think about the problem you want to solve. Is it important to them? How are they solving it now? Is it costing them money, in which case your solution might be a painkiller, which is great, or is it just a hassle, in which case your solution is probably just a vitamin, much less essential. Find out about what they do now to solve or not the problem, instead of speculating about whether they like your ideas.
The third mistake is to make the interview too formal.
There are 2 issues with that. First, being formal usually means you're following some kind of rigid plan, and so you're likely to miss out on some spontaneous, invaluable bits of information that the customer would have volunteered in a more relaxed setting.
And secondly, people are more likely to be forthcoming with information about their life when they feel relaxed. So instead of formality, keep it casual and conversational. Have a little bit of social banter at the beginning, relax, engage, and stay open to unexpected information. Nice.
By the way, if you find this video helpful and want to learn this in more depth, a lot of the ideas here are from a combination of my experience and an excellent book, The Mum Test by Rob Fitzpatrick. This is not a sponsored video, this book is just that good. Go get it now, it's really easy to read and really worth it.
The fourth mistake is asking leading questions. Humans are biologically wired to avoid conflict. They don't want to piss you off, especially when there's zero benefit to them. If you ask leading questions like, "So you would pay for a solution to this problem, right?" most people will just agree with you because disagreeing feels more risky. They don't know how you might react and how they'll feel about it. They're more invested in protecting your ego and theirs than in uncovering the truth. Instead, ask neutral, factual questions like, "Have you ever paid anything to solve this problem?" or "Is this problem costing you anything at the moment?"
The final mistake people make is they don't move and evolve quickly enough. This is one of the challenges of being a founder. If you get some critical information in one interview that opens up new possibilities, don't just park it until later. Integrate it into the next conversation somehow, or even explore it right now if you've got the time. Test it out. Is it true for this customer too? Great founders are information sponges and they absorb all this new data and use it almost immediately to iterate their product. Don't sit on the information. Use it as soon as possible. It's possible and even desirable, if that's the truth of the matter, that what you learn from your customer development interviews is that your idea can't work.
If so, don't deny reality. Test a bit more, see if a pivot is available, and if not, go back to the drawing board.
It's far, far better to park a bad startup idea than to spend years of your life on what you already know will probably be a dead end. Don't fight against the current. Instead, pick another one of your ideas and start working on that. If you haven't got any other ideas though, you might want to watch this video. Once you do, you won't ever run out of ideas again. GM and good luck.